With regards to the upcoming Blade reboot starring Mahershala Ali, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige said, "We didn't just want to put a leather outfit on him and have him start killing vampires."
Wait, that's illegal.
So they don't want to make a Blade movie. What's cooking, my rock and rollers? Today we are going to be talking about the incompetence of modern Hollywood and how they make the simplest of movie plots so convoluted and overcomplicated that they deserve to have AI take away their jobs. The idea of this video started when I saw this tweet on Twitter the other day and thought it would be a good idea to show how incompetent modern Hollywood is. Like how I mentioned in the beginning of this video, the tweet was about how Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige came out a while ago and made some comments with regards to the upcoming Blade reboot that's been in development hell since it was first announced at Comic-Con in 2019, almost a full decade ago. The tweet follows as such. Kevin Feige says there's been 4 versions of Blade and they finally decided on a take set in modern day. We didn't just want to put a leather outfit on him and have him start killing vampires.
Mental retard.
Let's read that again. We didn't just want to put a leather outfit on him and have him start killing vampires.
Now, is the idea to inform your reader and make him feel like a fucking dunce, huh?
We didn't just want to put a leather outfit on him and have him start killing vampires.
No. No, man. Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
Okay, so you don't want to make a Blade movie then, right? That sounds about right guys? Or am I just misunderstanding Feige's comments here? They don't want to make a movie about Blade, a dude who's half vampire who dresses in all black and kills vampires. This is why modern Hollywood deserves to fucking die. This should be the easiest, most simplest movie premise of all time. Take the Raid or Dread and put Blade in it. Have him investigate some building looking for someone or something, and then the building gets locked down and he has to fight his way up to the vampire kingpin, so to speak, and then the end credit scene could be Doctor Strange showing up or something like that. Boom, that's it. That's all you need, and most importantly, that's what everyone wants. We want to see Blade be a total badass and kick a lot of vampire supernatural ass. This is like trying to make a Punisher movie without him killing criminals. One of the writers who wrote one of the drafts for Blade had the exact same idea. Bo DeMeo, who wrote X-Men 97 and worked on other Marvel projects before he was fired, had the perfect idea. Take a John Wick movie, give mobsters fangs, swap Keanu for Ali, hand him a sword, not a daughter who makes him fret over swinging the hero's name. Wick cost $20 million to make. Add $10 million for vampire Darkhold magic VFX and you have a $30 to $40 million Marvel movie. I don't get why it's been so hard. Studio's broken. I wrote 3 drafts and a dozen outlines in 3 impossible months. My favorite was the Raid style treatment where Blade finds himself defending a rundown tenement of humans from Varney's vamp hordes until daylight. Took place over one night. Blade learns from Tenant Jericho Drum that Varney's attacking because the female tenant who Blade sort of fancies has been magically impregnated with Lilith by tenants who are secretly Darkhold cultists. Think 30 Days a Night meets Rosemary's Baby.
I'm gonna come.
That sounds fucking awesome. Who wouldn't want to see that? That sounds perfect right there. That's all you need to do right there. But no, Marvel couldn't even do that. Even the original writer of the first Blade, David S. Goyer, came out last year and commented on the matter, saying it shouldn't be this difficult. In my mind, I think Blade is a relatively simple story. It's not complicated. And I always think when you embark on a movie like this, you have to distill down what is the premise of this movie. When asked about the promise of a new Blade, Goyer responded, "It should have insane ass kicking. It should be pretty scary. It might be R-rated, and it doesn't have to be. It should not be complicated," he continued. "It should be a simple story, so I don't know why it's been so hard. I have no idea why. I've sat on the sidelines, and Mahershala Ali is an amazing actor. I don't know why." He ended the conversation when asked if he would work on the reboot. "Part of me thinks it would be fun," Goyer admitted, "but part of me thinks I did, so far, the definitive Blade, and it would be a mistake."
He ain't lying.
In that regard, he's 100% right. Even if they got the best writer and director for this reboot, it would still be nothing compared to the original one back in 1998. The biggest reason is because it was a different time back then. Modern writers aren't capable of making a movie like that anymore. I don't even know if there's a writer or director attached to the reboot anymore. Last time I checked, there's been like 10 or 11 writers and something like 4 directors that have all left and worked on the project in some capacity. That's unacceptable for any movie, especially one as simple as about a dude killing vampires. It's so bad they even brought back Wesley Snipes' Blade for Deadpool and Wolverine in the time since they announced Reboot, something that nobody was expecting to happen. They even laughed in Marvel's face and made the best possible joke they could about the situation.
Which Punisher? There's been like 5 of them.
There's only been one Blade. There's only ever gonna be one Blade.
I mean, look at this fucking Wikipedia page about the development of this movie. It's literally 4 or 5 full-page scrolls to get through. Mahershala Ali's lawyer even came out in 2024, 2 years ago, and said they signed the deal in 2019, and since then, there's been nothing, and she's never seen anything like this in her career. They even used costumes that were originally set for one of the versions of Blade for another movie. People speculated that this was true, but the costume designer for Sinners came out and confirmed it. It was confirmed that the costumes in Sinners were originally supposed to be for Blade, but since they haven't made the movie yet, they asked Marvel if they can use the costumes, and Marvel said yes. If you think about it, Sinners is basically just a budget, watered-down Blade movie. Speaking of versions of the movie, one set in the past was one of the many versions that they were talking about doing at one point. Another one was supposedly a version where it was going to be a female lead. I believe it was supposed to be Blade's daughter, and Blade was going to be the 4th lead, aka a background character, in his own fucking movie.
And I'm sitting there like going, what?
It's so bad, they even introduced Ali's Blade in the What If animated series, and nobody seemed to notice or care because nobody watched that show after season 1. How sad is that? You know Ali is pissed about that. You know he filmed that What If voiceover years before it came out. He was probably expecting his movie to be out already by the time his What If episode came out, so the audience would be accustomed to his version of Blade, but obviously that did not happen. At this point, I don't even know if the movie's ever going to happen. I'm leaning towards it will never see the light of day. For one, Mahershala Ali is 52 years old. Now, he's still in good shape, I'll give him that, but is he in enough shape for Blade? I don't know, we'll have to wait and see if that's true. And last time someone asked him about it, he just said, leave me out of it when it came to the reboot. So, yeah, you can already tell he's fed up. I don't even know who's cast in the movie anymore. Last time I heard, Mia Goth and Delroy Lindo were cast alongside Ali, but I don't know if any of them are still attached. Hell, Delroy Lindo was in a vampire movie in the meantime, and honestly, he might be close to fucking dead by the time Blade comes out. Goth made some comments last year about the movie, saying, "It's for the best that it's taken its time. They want to do it right." Sure, sweetheart. Sure. I keep reiterating this point, but it's so important. The reason they haven't made a Blade movie the correct way is because modern writers and modern Hollywood in general aren't capable of creating a fun, simple, ass-kicking movie. Look back at the announcement of this movie back at Comic-Con 2019.
It looks like you brought your own hat, Mahershala. You did? What is that?
Look how excited people were. People were genuinely excited about the prospect of a new Blade, especially since now he can interact with other heroes. But let's be honest, people, this movie's never gonna get made. It's sad to say, but let's not kid ourselves. These activists that run Hollywood can't make a simple action movie without injecting their special messaging into it, something that doesn't need to be in a Blade movie. And for that reason, this movie is doomed and it will never see the light of day.